Many Canadians are left shivering in the cold because they can't afford to heat their home. And the Prime Minister has shown zero compassion, refusing to take responsibility for the pain that he's causing with his punishing carbon tax. But Conservatives will fix what he's broken, will axe the tax, and will keep the heat on. Does the Prime Minister really believe that Canadians should have to wear a coat inside their own homes to keep warm in the winter?
The Honourable Minister for Immigration.
Mr. Speaker, it's disappointing to see the Conservatives try to create fear amongst Canadians for political gain when we understand that they are vulnerable. He should know that his constituents will actually, on average, receive more money as a result of the policy to put a price on pollution. It's extraordinary to me that the Conservatives have a plan to take money away from families so they can give it to polluters. Mr. Speaker, from the very beginning, we have made decisions to put more money in the pockets of middle-class and working-class families. We're going to continue to be there for them, no matter how hard the Conservatives oppose.
Well, member of Coast of Bay Central, Notre Dame.
Mr. Speaker, after 8 years of this Liberal government, the cost of living is out of control. In the past 8 years, home heating costs have skyrocketed. To add insult to injury, this Liberal government is going to triple the carbon tax. The Parliamentary Budget Officer says carbon tax is a net financial loss for most Canadians. Will the Prime Minister take the tax off so Canadians can keep the heat on?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and it's really disappointing to hear from the other side because months after the worst disaster, the worst climate disaster in Atlantic history, the Conservatives want to take away a measure that will actually fight pollution and put more money in people's pockets. Mr. Speaker, the Honourable Member was even mocking some of the measures we want to introduce to help Atlantic Canadians transition away from dirty foreign oil to cleaner forms of energy. And that's because, Mr. Speaker, they have no plan for climate change, they have no plan for affordability, they have no plan for the economy.
The Honourable Member for Coast of Bay Central, Notre Dame.
Disappointed, Mr. Speaker. I'll tell these Liberals who are disappointed. Atlantic Canadians. That's who's disappointed, who put their trust in them since 2015. In this this government has passed its expiry date, Mr. Speaker. Corey and Gander, he knows that. His oil bill is going to increase to $8,000 from $4,000 last year. And it's about to get worse with the tripling of the carbon tax. But, Mr. Speaker, Conservatives will keep the heat on to take the tax off. Will the Prime Minister take responsibility for the misery that he's caused Canadians like Corey so he can fix what's broken?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
First, I'd like to begin by pointing out to the member opposite, and he's well aware that Newfoundland doesn't actually have the federal backstop that applies. But I want to also point out that we are helping Canadians to make the home heating more affordable. We have the Oil to Heat Pump program, the Greener Homes Grant, and more than that, today we announced the deep retrofit accelerator to help Canadians to make those necessary changes. And there's good news attached to this, Mr. Speaker. It's creating good-paying jobs doing these retrofits in small communities and large communities right across our country.
The Honourable Member for Churchill-Kiewatnik.